Black women lost 106,000 jobs last month. Let that sink in. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate for black women jumped from 5.1% in March to 6.1% in April, the highest increase of any group. In contrast, the unemployment rate remained the same for white women at 3.3% and at 4.6% for Hispanic women. The decline in black women's employment occurred despite the overall national unemployment rate remaining at 4.2%. So while the economy added 177,000 jobs in April, black women were being pushed out from retail, hospitality, and especially government jobs. Economist William Michael Cunningham told Black Enterprise, "This is the direct result of anti-DEI and anti-black policies led by the Trump administration." Meanwhile, Andre Perry, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, says black women workers are being affected by the federal layoffs where black people are overrepresented, the impact of Trump's tariffs, especially on small businesses that hire black women, and the attack on DEI, which may contribute to a lack of hiring of black women. Concurrently, the overall black unemployment rate rose slightly last month to 6.3% from 6.2%. For black men, unemployment dropped to 5.6%.
Black women, they are doing the same thing to us that they did to black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce. That's what they did to black men. And that is what caused the major divide within our community with regards to the gender wars. We saw black men the way they wanted us to see them because they didn't have the upward mobility that we had because of our jobs that we were able to get in the federal government. For one, the federal government was one of the biggest job employers for black women, and they're pushing us out left and right. We lost more jobs last month than any other demographic, and those jobs are not coming back. And if they come back, they're not going to give them to us. I don't care what degree you got. Because you can see right now, they don't care nothing about those degrees. As soon as we started getting it, they ain't mean anything anymore. I say this to say, we going to have to work with black men. Whatever grief you got with black men, get over it. It's time for us to work together. We need them and they need us, and this is just more proof of that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 9, and it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching me this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barazal from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. And okay, got this article coming up. You saw those two clips in the last month. Black women were the hardest hit with this DEI initiative. All right, the hardest hit, and it's only going to get worse because you got to remember this president who's in office and has those felonies on his record. He's a real petty guy if you haven't figured it out yet. That was a so-called black woman. What's her name? Fannie Willis. Got him into court. They got the 34 felonies on him. Okay, so he's pissed about that. All right, and then number two, the rest of the demographic of black women, 92% of you voted against them. So again, you know how petty this guy is. But however, just like this scripture says, rise up. Now you've been living very, 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 very uh, comfortable, conceited, smug, and vain in Esau's world. Just like that woman said in the second video clip, that they did the same. They're doing the same thing to you that they did to us. But however, you know, we did not alienate you all like you have done us. Put us out of the house, still have the police on your side, so on and so forth. Um, you got these, and then, most importantly, I'm a strong black woman who don't need a man. All right. And this lady in that second clip is clearly telling you otherwise, because it's going to get to a point. I just did a video the other day. Eve's salvation, will not be in her money. It's going to come through a righteous man. Point blank. Period. If she's one of those elect, you know, um, she'll be given to an elect man. But yeah, this is not looking good. But we told you all what was going to happen. Like the scripture says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice. Who is the voice? That's the prophets. Okay? We've been the voice of the Lord since the beginning. You get Luke 1:68 through 70. All right? The Lord has spoken by the mouth of the prophets since the beginning. All right? It says, hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. You better listen up. But for some of you, it's too late. Okay? For some of you, it is going to be too late because you're so rebellious. That's just where it is. A lot of you out here still teaching you're not supposed to. Somehow, some way, you feel that you are better than the man when you were created for him, and not the other way around. All right. But these things, hey, you're gonna have to deal with, and this is not looking good. But like I said, he told us to tell you, and you gotta listen. This is book of Isaiah chapter 42. We told you these things were coming. Verse 9. And it reads, behold, the former things are come to pass, and the new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. All right. So he told you this was coming. All right. Go back to that Isaiah 32. He told you this was coming. All right. It says, many days and years ye shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. And like that woman said, those jobs are gone, and they are not coming back, and they are not coming back to you. All right. Let me grab that in the Good News translation. All right. Verse 10 says, you may be satisfied now, but this time next year you will be in despair, because there will be no grapes for you to gather. Okay? Nothing for you out there. Okay? And that woman said that, And then that's like I said, before they spring forth, we tell you of them. This is basically saying the same thing. We told you you were gonna be satisfied at that time, but this time in the next year, according to the scripture, it's not going to be that way. And the prophets have been telling you women, you better straighten up. But you're so rebellious. All right, especially to the elect man. All right, we know that for a fact. I don't care about that whole passport bro movement, but a lot of that stuff was birthed out of you women's funky attitudes and lack of accountability. Did a video a couple years ago. It was you all who started the divest from the black man, so-called black man, drive. Okay, I'm a strong black woman. I don't need a man. And that woman in that second clip is saying, now we got to work together. Who does that sound like? That sounds just like what these Edomites are going through today, as the curses are being lifted off of Jacob, moving over to them. Now they want to stick together. It's a little bit too late for that. Okay, because like I said, you started the movement of divest from the so-called black man. Okay, calling us bullet bags for the police. You know, there was that Cynthia G. I think it was some kind of call um, that they were talking. I forget what that call is. It's like a internet conference call. And it was recorded, and it was said that every 18 minutes, an unarmed so-called black man was unalived by an Edomite or so-called white cop. Okay, and they said they need to get that down to 15 minutes. You know, they relished at us being arrested and beaten for no reason. This was all on that call. A clubhouse. It was a clubhouse call. That's what it was. Okay. And then the last movement was aborting male babies up to the age of 18. Who was doing that in the scriptures? You know, ancient Pharaoh. You know, he wanted all the newborn babies killed as soon as they came out of the womb. Then Herod did it. You know, all babies 2 years of age and under. You know, take out the male, the Israelite male. Okay, and here it is today. You're going right along with that. All right. So let me grab this article. Got it from Newsbreak. Yeah, it says black women lost 106,000 jobs in April, but the impact goes beyond headlines. It says big shifts are happening in the job market right now. And if you're a black woman, the latest numbers may hit a little harder and a lot closer to home. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, black women lost 106,000 jobs in April 2025. Wow. That's more than any other group. They coming after y'all. Esau's coming after y'all because now most of the homes are ran by women. No man in the house. So yeah, this is about to have a serious ripple effect. Okay. Like it says, that's more than any other group. Meanwhile, the national unemployment rate stayed steady at 4.2%, and over 170,000 jobs were added across the country. So while the economy is technically growing, many of us are being left out of the picture, and that's by design. It says numbers don't lie, but they don't tell the full story either. Our unemployment rate jumped from 5.1% to 6.1% in 1 month. That's the biggest increase across race and gender lines. And for a lot of us, it is not just a stat, it's a stressor. These aren't just random jobs. These are careers, livelihoods, stability. So yeah, they about to screw y'all over 2 times over, you know, with no Vaseline. Inside joke. All right. He says, we're talking about black women who have been showing up every day, working in schools, hospitals, government offices, behind the scenes, and on the front lines. Women with degrees, certifications, and years of experience. Women who are raising kids, paying off loans, helping aging parents, and keeping whole families afloat. Yeah. Yeah. They kicked the man out of the house and made you the breadwinner. And now it's going to get to a point to where you're going to be kicked out of the house too, homeless. All right. It says, so what changed? It says black women and jobs, federal cuts and quiet rollbacks are hitting us hard. It says a big part of the story is what's happening with federal jobs. These roles have long been a backbone for black families, offering good pay, solid benefits, and room to grow. And I will tell you, in my experience, some of the worst employees in the federal, you know. Now, that's with respect to how they treat the Israelite man. When it comes to Esau, she's nice as hell. Okay? It says, but between January and April, 26,000 federal jobs were cut. That includes 9,000 in April alone. And while those numbers might seem like just a shift in hiring, there's more behind it. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, roles are being rolled back across agencies and corporations. Executive orders are chipping away at the kind of policies that once gave black women a fairer shot. Man, yeah, he's coming after y'all. 92%. He's going to make you pay. All right? The men are still going to get it too, but he's going to make you pay. All right? It says further, many DI roles were once held by black women are vanishing and with little accountability. So yeah, a lot of these places are at-will states. They can fire you for no reason. All right? It goes on to say, the playing field is shifting again, and it's not our fault. Economist William Michael Cunningham didn't hold back when speaking to Black Enterprise. The usual nature of this cause in black women's unemployment is a testament to and a direct result of the anti-DEI, anti-black focus of the new administration's policies. He said, okay? So, yeah, it's going down. It's going down. All right? Says, continues on, black women and jobs. Why this should matter to all of us. Says when black women lose their jobs, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. It means less income circulating in our communities. It means more stress on households that already carry so much. Black women are often the primary earners, the caretakers, the backbones. All right. So when we're pushed out of the workforce, everything else feels like that ripple. So yeah, these numbers are more than statistics on a spreadsheet. Let them be a reality check for all of us to what may be ahead. And we know what's coming, you know, and we'll be watching. Let's see, that says, grab something here. Everybody's going to feel that pain. Yep. Yeah, so all these jobs are gonna, are gonna come, to a halt. And you have to probably do it in favor of taking that MOTB, which, that's that when the whole world is going to be challenged with that. All right. So yeah, there's a problem coming. And like I said, we've been telling you all left and right. And now you have these jobs are starting to be lost. And it's impacting the so-called black woman the heaviest. But you didn't want to listen to the prophets. Okay? You do not want to listen to the prophets. This is let's see, which scripture was this I was looking for. It was Isaiah 32, Micah 7 and 10. Okay. I'll start at verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So yeah, you know, like the scripture said, there isn't a just man on earth that, let me grab that, Ecclesiastes, I think it's 7 and 20. Yeah, Khan says, for there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. So when you go back to that Micah 7, he says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against. So he's confessing his fault, acknowledge his sin, repenting. Okay? We don't have that amongst a lot of our people, but you know, the prophets, you do. You know, we're trying to do our very best we can in this truth while we have it. All right. It says, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. All right. So that elect man is always going to have the intention of doing right if he's really of the Most High's chosen. All right. Verse 10, and it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? All right. So she's going to see this coming. All right. But still rebellion. Where's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, your power? All right. Scoffing because of something she don't like. But here again, even just letting you know that even your wife can be an enemy. All right. It's obvious that she knows the Lord's name, so she's aware of what's happening. Okay. That lady in that second clip, you know, she broke it down that they are doing the same thing to them that they did to us. All right. But the men have been resilient. You know, we find a way. We don't look for depression. You know, it's not going to happen. The elect man, he's going to find a way because he knows that the Lord is his strength, his rock, and his refuge in that time of trouble. All right. It says, mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Okay. Like mud, just walked over. And that's going to happen. All right. That's going to happen. You know, the book of Isaiah talks about and Zechariah talking about the women and in some cases wives being ravished in that day because she's not going to have protection for being so rebellious. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, a lot is about to go down. You know, with this administration. You know. All right, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well in teaching me this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as the Israelite foreigners. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom. Yep, we got next.